My name's Kate Wise, and I've been coming to CFC for about a year and a half. Growing up, I had a really typical upbringing. My sisters and I are very close. I have 2 sisters. My dad went to work every day, and my mom stayed home with us and took care of the kids. And we would go to Girl Scouts and dance class, and on Sundays we'd get all dressed up and go to church. My mom raised us Catholic, and I remember, the beautiful services and very ritualistic, but I never really felt any connection to that world. I've always thought it was very pretty, and I went to church because my mom asked me to go to church, and I wanted to please her. God was very foreign to me. I never really had any relationship to God. It was just, you went to church on Sunday, and you went to CCD on Thursday, and that's how it usually worked for me. So everything was pretty normal in my household as I grew. Until I was 15, my dad became ill and died suddenly. As a 15-year-old girl who was sort of thrown out there, my mom had to go to work suddenly. We had financial issues, and my dad was gone. It was a real tough thing. I did not have a faith or a church to really fall back on. And I always was very spiritual, but if anything, I had a lot of anger and hurt at the time, especially towards God. So fast forward 15 years, and I'm a mom with 3 kids and a household and a job, and you know how things are crazy. But God knew before I knew that I would need him, and he really pursued me. About 2.5 years ago, I met Jen Parshauer, and she and I became very close friends. There was something in her that I was drawn to, and as our relationship grew, we started talking more about her faith and more about her church and more about God. So she invited me to Christmas at Jacob's Creek about 2 years ago, and I drove up the beautiful driveway, and all these people were there to greet me, and they were so excited and genuinely interested in me, and I thought, wow, there's something special here, and I really want to know more about this. I was invited to come to community group, and the first day I walked into community group, I was just surrounded by all these really wonderful, warm people who opened up their hearts to me, and I thought, wow, this is really something powerful. I realized, this is what I want to be a part of forever, and I invited God to be in my heart. This whole progression of my relationship here with God here at CFC has been such a natural progression. I would have still been drawn to CFC because through in my life now, there's a web that's sort of come around me, and everywhere I've turned, there's someone else from CFC that, if it wouldn't have been Jen, I would have met my friend at work, Kim. If it hadn't been Kim, my neighbor down the street, Ginger, would have told me about CFC. It's so tangible that God is drawing me here. Years ago, I could never imagine sitting and having a conversation with just me and God, and now I do it all the time. He's my friend. I feel like such an infant, such a baby, and that I'm just getting to know God and getting to know scriptures, and I don't articulate things the way I would like to, but I'm learning. It's been so exciting to see how God's been working in my life and through me and through others, and I really can't wait to see where this journey takes me. Because I believe that one seat can make all the difference.